Okay. Oh my God, it's early. Okay. One more time. Saturday morning edition. We're back. It's our final Saturday. It's our final morning show of the season. And I think, probably it's a good thing. The field is quiet. The gates haven't opened yet. They'll be opening in about 5 minutes. There's people lined up outside the gate waiting to get in, and excited and ready for another big day. And today is the day. Today is what everything comes down to. All the work, all the practices, all the stuff that you do to get ready for your season and to go through your season and do all that stuff. The 41-degree rain, all that stuff, the cold you got to deal with. All that stuff has led to today, and somewhere nearby, 10 teams are waking up knowing that they are about to play for a state championship. This is the morning every player dreams about. Yesterday, I was asked the question, what do you like most about the state tournament? I said the thing I like most about it is watching kids' dreams come true. I mean, that's it's corny. I know it sounds corny, but the expression on their faces when the realization hits is priceless. It's something that you never forget. This is the day coaches picture during those cold practices of the spring. This is the day parents hope all those lessons, tournaments, hotel stays, road trips, and late nights might someday lead to. Today, somebody becomes a state champion. Actually, 5 somebodies. Coming up this morning, we'll rewind a fantastic Friday at Goodman Diamond. We'll check into the Hard Luck Hotel. We'll open the doors to the Home Run Club, and we'll introduce our 3 nominees and crown 1 winner in Who's That Girl. And then we'll preview all 5 championship games, beginning with a D5 rematch between Belmont and Almond Bancroft, and ending tonight with the 2 top seeds in Division I, Hamilton and Muskego. It is Championship Saturday. Let's whip around and find out. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Here's our Friday rewind. Friday gave us 6 semifinal games and 6 very different stories. We had a 9-inning walk-off, a 1-run pitching duel, a dominant 1-hit shutout, an offensive explosion, and by the end of the night, Championship Saturday field was complete and ready to go. Let's start in Division I. Muskego beats Appleton North 6-2. Appleton North struck first. Evelyn Fraga delivered an RBI single in the top of the first to give the Lightning a 1-0 lead. Muskego answered immediately. Kylie Sadler and Cora Jaminiak each drove in runs in the bottom half, and the Warriors moved in front 2-1. Muskego extended the lead in the 3rd inning behind an Appleton North error and a home run to left field from Grace Swazinski. Swazinski, hitting from the number 7 spot, finished with 3 RBI yesterday. Sadler and Reese Heinrich each collected 2 hits. Jahimiak handled the rest in the circle, allowing 2 runs on 7 hits over 7 innings while striking out 6. Muskego, clean defense, no errors yesterday in advancing to the D1 championship with a 6-2 victory. And before we move on, I've got to congratulate Coach Nissen, Coach Fraga, and all of our friends at Appleton North on a fantastic season. It's been a lot of fun following this team this year. We both from our podcast, also from the games that we've did with them. This team is far from done. Yes, they'll lose Alyssa Wald, but everybody else is back. So they're going to be a force to be dealt with for some time. As for the Warriors, they've now scored 20 runs in 2 state tournament games, and they play tonight at 6:30 against Hamilton. The other D1 game, no question, a W7 instant classic. Hamilton 3, Sun Prairie East 2 in 9 innings. One of the best games if not the best game of the entire tournament. Sun Prairie East took the lead early when Allison Giese doubled a home run in the 1st inning. Hamilton battled back, as you knew they would, and the game eventually went to extra innings, tied at 2. In the bottom of the 9th, Ava Serembisky stepped to the plate and stepped into the spotlight. 1 swing later, the game was over. Serembisky doubled home the winning run, giving Hamilton a dramatic 3-2 walk-off victory in 9 innings. Serembisky finished with 2 hits, drove in 2 of Hamilton's 3 runs. Bitsy Palika went all 9 innings, allowing 8 hits and 2 runs while striking out 11. And I'll just say, again, Sun Prairie East was very impressive. I was surprised that I mean, 8 hits is not a lot, but, it's bitsy. I mean, I'm a little surprised at the number of hits that Sun Prairie East was able to crank out. But again, they've got this is elite ball. Things tend to level out a little bit. Allison Giese was every bit as impressive in defeat, pitching 8 2/3 innings while allowing 3 runs and striking out 8. If that's not the Hard Luck Hotel, I don't know what is. Sun Prairie East, Emma Camp also had 3 hits from the number 9 spot. How many times have we talked about these number 9 hitters coming in and doing things that put them in the spotlight and put their teams over the top? This is why it's important for a complete lineup. That number 9 hitter is a valuable thing. If you get number 9 in your lineup, don't look at it as, hey, I'm last batting. No. You're leading off the top of the order. That's what you're doing as the number 9 hitter. It is a huge role. Hamilton finished with 11 hits and did not commit an error. The Chargers survived a classic and earned a place in tonight's Division I championship game. In Division III, Lamira beat Spooner 10-0 in the first D3 semifinal. Haley Caspery was nearly untouchable. Caspery struck out 14 hitters in 5 innings. She allowed just 1 hit. She did not walk a batter, and she also collected 2 hits at the plate. Lamira took the lead in the second inning and added 1 more in the third before ending the game with 6 runs in the bottom of the 5th. The Lions received RBIs throughout the lineup and did not commit an error defensively. Again, who can handle playing on this diamond? Yes, it's a softball field like every other, but it's also a softball field like no other. And that reveals itself. It did a lot yesterday. We saw that several times. Lamira advances with a 10-0 victory. They'll play for their first state softball championship in program history today against Lodi. The other D3 game, Lodi 7, New Holstein 3. Bailey Stark was fantastic yesterday for Lodi. She struck out 10 as Lodi defeated New Holstein 7-3. The Blue Devils took the lead in the first inning when Brielle Burrows doubled home a run. Lodi finished with 14 hits. Burrows and Taylor Reese each had 3. Haley Nolden drove in 2 runs from the number 7 spot in the lineup, and Stark allowed just 3 runs over 7 innings and worked around 7 New Holstein hits and 3 walks. Lodi also played error-free defense and turned a double play last night. The Blue Devils advanced to championship Saturday with another complete team performance. And you got to give that Lodi team a lot of credit. Nobody, and I mean nobody, had those guys picked in your preseason. They finished 4th in their conference, but they have absolutely been rolling. Bailey Stark looked fantastic yesterday. I think that's going to be a better game than people might think. Lamira Lodi this afternoon in the D3 championship game. So that means that Lamira or Lodi will leave Goodman Diamond today with its first state softball championship. In Division II, Pewaukee-Medford. Pewaukee wins it 1-0 over Medford. The upset of the tournament, no question about it. We thought it was going to be Johnson Creek-Grantsburg. That was an upset. But no question, the upset of this year's state tournament is hands down Pewaukee 1, Medford nothing. You talk about nobody seeing something coming. Medford 27-1, a complete team, a complete lineup, everything lined up, all green lights all the way to the gold ball. And then Haley Hutchins stepped in and put up a big red stop sign. And all of a sudden, just like that, Medford's season was over. And that's how this tournament is. It's bittersweet. It's amazing when things go well. It is just cruel when it doesn't. We talked about D2 being the year of the ace. I don't think we picked the right ace. I don't think we included Haley Hutchins as one of those aces in the year of the ace of Division II, and boy, did she come up big. Pewaukee and Medford, they were scoreless through 5 innings, and in the top of the 6th, Harper Gould singled home the game's only run. And who scored the game's only run? Harper Gould. It was an error in the outfield. Gould circled the bases and scored, and that was it. That was enough. Haley Hutchins, we've talked about this story time and time again. A complete game, 7 shutout innings for the kid that broke her wrist just 3 weeks ago, her throwing wrist, and she allowed just 6 hits while striking out 5. Medford's Riley Harabi, outstanding in defeat. She allowed only 2 hits and 1 earned run over 7 innings, striking out 7 and walking 1. Gould had both of Pewaukee's hits for the entire game. The Pirates made one run stand and stunned top-seeded Medford 1-0. The other D2 game was Fox Valley Lutheran shutting out Turner 8-0. FVL delivered one of the most complete performances, certainly of their season and definitely of the tournament. Madison Babcock threw a shutout and helped herself at the plate as FVL shut out Turner 8-0. It was never really in question. Olivia Fisher opened the scoring with a solo home run in the 2nd inning. The Foxes broke the game open with 5 runs in the 4th. Lexi Hansen and Claire Frang each delivered RBI singles. Then Babcock doubled home 3 runs. FVL piled up 15 hits. Hansen and Tenley Wolfrath each finished with 3. Babcock had 2 hits and 4 RBI. The Foxes also played error-free defense. Turner pitcher Olivia Piranio struck out 9 and did not walk a batter, but FVL's offense was just relentless yesterday. That sets up a Division II championship game between Pewaukee and Fox Valley Lutheran. All right, time to do what we don't want to do, but we got to do it. It's the Hard Luck Hotel. This is where we recognize the teams whose season ended painfully close to Championship Saturday. The first has to belong to Sun Prairie East. The Cardinals played 9 innings against the number 1 seed. Allison Giese went 8 2/3 in the circle and also drove in both Sun Prairie East runs. The Cardinals committed no errors. They did almost everything required to beat Hamilton. Almost. But one 9th inning double by Ava Sarambisky ended their season. But I don't think you can say that Sun Prairie East left Goodman Diamond without rising to the moment. There's no question they did. That team scraped and scrapped and fought hard. It's a great team and a great season for the Cardinals. They left because 2 outstanding teams played a nearly even game and somebody had to win. That's really what it came down to. The next room, probably the penthouse, goes to Medford. The Raiders entered state with 28 victories. Riley Harabi allowed only 2 hits and no earned runs. It's not like she didn't have a great game. 2 hits and no earned runs for the game. The only run came on an error, but Pewaukee found a run in the 6th, and Medford couldn't answer. A 28-win season ends with a 1-0 loss. That's tournament softball at its most unforgiving. So that's your Hard Luck Hotel for Championship Saturday. It's we're outstanding teams. We've said it before. It's not about bad teams. It's about really, really good teams that finish their season in a bad place with bad luck, and that's just the way it is. The Home Run Club, open the doors, turn on the lights. It's time for the Home Run Club, and we only got 2 members from yesterday's game. First, Grace Wazinski of Muskego, the number 7 hitter, launched a home run to left field as the Warriors extended their lead over Appleton North. Wazinski finished with 3 RBI and helped send Muskego to the D1 championship game. Welcome to the Home Run Club, Grace. Our second one, Olivia Fisher from Fox Valley Lutheran. Fisher opened the scoring against Turner with a solo home run to left field in the 2nd inning. That swing gave Madison Babcock the first run of the game and helped FVL settle into its semifinal. Those are your Home Run Club members. We also got to just shout out Fox Valley Lutheran. 15 hits last night. Lodi had 14. Hamilton had 11. Lemira had 10 runs in just 5 innings. Today's championship pitchers, though, will be outstanding. But as Friday showed, even elite pitching can be tested by a lineup that stays patient, is disciplined, and waits for their opportunities. It's tough to do. It's easy to say. It's tough to do. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. I'm going to bring in our special guest. We're going to talk some D4, and then we'll close out the show talking about D5, Belmont, and Elman Bancroft. That's coming up next. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Whip Around and Find Out, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. We're coming right back. Welcome back. Whip Around and Find Out, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. And we introduce our special guest. This is our first guest we've had on our podcast this year, which is crazy to believe. John Satterley, my good friend from South 78 Radio, covers all boys and girls sports all over southwestern Wisconsin, and certainly a lot to talk about in southwestern Wisconsin today, John. I mean, some really great teams going to show their stuff today. Before we get to that, though, I got to recognize who's that girl. No question about it. Let me put this back up. A lot of good candidates, you guys. A lot of really good candidates. But our pick has to be when you break your wrist and you come back 3 weeks later and you make 122 pitches and you shut out the #1 team in state.
Yeah.
And while only getting 1 run in support, that's who's that girl. And her name is Haley Hutchins, and she is the ace pitcher from Pewaukee. Congratulations, Haley Hutchins. You are our last Who's That Girl for the 2026 season, and what a way to go out. Congratulations, Haley. Okay, John Satterley, welcome, and happy Championship Saturday, my friend.
It's always beautiful when you get a chance to have Championship Saturday, a perfect day. There were a few showers just to our north of us. I saw that coming into Madison, so that's thankfully state of the north. Looks like today, at least this morning, is going to be well. And Highway 151 represented. There's nobody left in northwestern Lafayette County and all of southern Iowa County. They're all here at Goodman Diamond in Madison. You should have seen all the signs coming in, going through Barneveld, through Mount Horeb, coming in here. Both schools, both communities are just absolutely ratcheted up for these 2 games, not just one,
right.
but both games.
Well, that's why we got you on here. But before we get to that, I want to just real quick go through the schedule for today. We open with Division 5. That is Belmont, Elman, Bancroft. We're going to come back and talk about that, as well as Division 4. Real quick, in Division 3, Lamira, Lodi. That's a 1 o'clock game this afternoon. And then the 4 o'clock game is Division 2. Can Pewaukee continue? They're going to have their work cut out for them.
Yes.
FVL is playing next level right now. We saw it last night against Turner. Those kids are dialed in. I mean, right. I'm telling you, those kids are locked in. I saw it yesterday. It is blinders on and focus on one thing, and everything else is just outside noise.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be a tough draw for Pewaukee. I think they're going to have to deal with the emotion also from yesterday, and how do you make sure you don't have a letdown today? Because you worry with them a little bit that, hey, maybe that win last night was their state championship, and maybe that's all they got left, because
or they ride the emotion.
Yeah,
they continue to ride it.
Oh, no, that's the other side of the gate, right? I mean, maybe they ride the emotion. Maybe they carried on for one more day. Maybe they shocked the world this afternoon. It's going to be an uphill battle, no question about it, but it'll be a fun one to watch. And then finally, D1 tonight, 6:30, Muskego, Hamilton. It's the clash of the Titans. I think if you look, other than maybe Preble, I think everybody kind of expected that we would land here. It's been a fun journey getting here. We've had a lot of things that could have changed that course, but you got to hand it to both Hamilton and Muskego.
Right.
They absolutely stayed the course. I'm a big Kaylee Gendrich fan. Everybody knows that from Hamilton. Love her energy, love her vibe. I don't really know the Muskego folks that well, but that to me, that's a pick 'em. I mean, it really is. And guess who's not going to pick 'em? This guy. But congratulations, both teams. We're looking forward to calling your game tonight. Well, they're starting to fill in here at Goodman Diamond, and it's time to talk D4 and D5. Let's start with Division 4.
Yes.
We'll start with Mineral Point and Johnson Creek. You're going to take the Mineral Point side. I'm going to take the Johnson Creek side. Not that we're predicting that, you guys.
No. It's just for discussion's sake, because you have to have one side versus the other. I'm going to tell you, Mineral
Point. How far from your house?
From my house, a half an hour.
Okay. But Johnson Creek is 12 minutes from my house.
Okay, but Mineral Point, I know a lot of people in Mineral Point, and I know the coaches. One thing that you're going to look out for is Tenley Backup. 14 strikeouts she had, and she was just absolutely unhittable on Thursday night between the hours of 9:30 p.m. and 11:10. She was unhittable. 14 strikeouts out of 21 outs. She struck out the final 5 batters after going up 2-0. So Mineral Point, they're looking for a state championship. They are going to be facing a buzzsaw in Johnson Creek, though. I will tell you, watching their game when they won 9-0, they took advantage of the rain that came in. And I think you knew the rain that came in Thursday evening after they resumed play. That is when 5 runs were scored by Johnson Creek. They were able to take advantage of that. The wet ball conditions, not able to get the same grip with the pitches. And Johnson Creek took complete advantage of that to defeat a previously undefeated team.
See, he calls it Crick. I call it Creek.
They were saying Crick over there. They're Crick. They're big with Johnson Crick.
It is that. It is, no question. But it's also a thing of it's Johnson Creek if you're from there.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
You got to.
That's fair.
Don't hassle me. I'm local. I mean, you got to have that.
No, that's fair. I'm just saying how the PA announcer was saying over the loudspeaker. They were saying Johnson Creek. So that's where I'm saying as a broadcaster. I'm not just your typical fan. I'm a broadcaster. I got to say it correct.
Well, we're both big fans for sure, but on the Johnson Creek side, certainly the player to watch today, Tori Bugles. She has been phenomenal all season long, both on the circle and at the plate. The kid just is a winner.
Right.
She struck out 13 batters in that game against Grantsburg. You talked about Tenley Bachhoff, which of course, very, very rightfully so. But on this Johnson Creek team, they've also got some good hitters here. Libby Burbach. I've said this all season long. If you need a big hit closing out the game or in the clutch situation, Libby's your girl. I'm telling you, that kid comes up big. Adigan Benz is having a tremendous season. To me, she kind of just came out of nowhere.
And Ada Tuttle you have to watch her for Mineral Point.
Yeah.
She went 2 for 3 in the state semifinal matchup. When the pressure cooker was on, she was able to be the scrapper to show everybody else that Marathon could be hit because there was not much offense going on. Both pitchers weren't dominating in that contest, but sometimes you need just that one young lady just to break through and say, yes, we can hit this pitcher even if it seems dire. You need to do that. Not every pitcher is going to be like Jacob Mizorowski last night, 95 pitches, 15 strikeouts, and 1 hit. But these girls that are out here, all 5 divisions, they are next-level quality when it comes to pitching. And I'm talking D1, D2, D3, when it comes to NCAA. They're next-level pitchers. Yep. You have to play up to the competition. That's what we're going to see. Plus, Belmont, Jeff Hodgson. Let's talk about him here quick. Jeff Hodgson.
Wait, let's stay with D4 real quick.
Okay, I'm
Hold
sorry.
on. Hey, who's running this show? Is this your show?
No, this is your show.
Is this your jacket?
That's all
your
yours.
Headphones?
But I got to hop over on another broadcast because I got to do those.
I know. Real quick. No.
All right, Gary. I love you. You know that. It's all love.
I'm teasing you.
It's all love.
My pick to click today for Johnson Creek, Carrie Armstrong. Carrie went 0 for 4 yesterday. What that means is she's due. She's going to have a big day today. Who's your pick to click for Mineral Point?
Maddie Cabot. Maddie Cabot is going to be a pick to click, when it comes to the offensive side. And again, Tenley Bachhoff, I think she's going to have another double-digit strikeout game, and that's taking nothing away from Johnson Creek and their batting. That's just saying how good of a pitcher she is. Not Johnson Creek can overcome it, but there's still going to be 10-plus strikeouts.
Right.
That's going to be seen by Mineral Point pitching.
Agree. Okay, let's shift to D5. This is the game coming up next. Belmont, Elman Bancroft. You take the Belmont side. I'll take the Elman Bancroft side.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. You start.
Now, the Belmont Braves, they're being led by Jeff Hodgson. He is one of the most phenomenal coaches in all of Wisconsin when it comes to softball.
And that's not an opinion. It was documented last night. He was out on the field as one of the greatest coaches in softball history here in Wisconsin.
And he's from my hometown of Gratiot. He graduated from Blackhawk High School. I used to play softball against him, slow pitch softball. And one year, a little story here for you, Gary, because you love to have all the inside stories.
I love my stories.
He played for a team called Lard Hut. That was all of his buddies in Darlington playing softball. And one year, he came up to me because I was running the ball tournament and said, you know what, we're just going to do this. It's going to be Haji's Home Run Heroes. It was going to be the team name. That's what this Belmont team is. 5 home runs to defeat Barneveld in a semifinal. Don't be surprised if we see multiple missiles launched out of Goodman Diamond by Belmont bats today, because they have the capability to go long ball. Not only can they pitch really well, it's the long ball that I'm gonna call here with Belmont. They're gonna have at least 2 home runs today, and I think they're gonna win.
I don't know if Raya and Lexi are gonna agree with you on that.
Well, of course they're not going to. I mean, nobody's gonna be here to agree. You want me to go on the Belmont side, but the Belmont Braves, they're also gonna have Mineral Point people here rooting them on because of family. Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do know. We got first cousins on
Addie McNett.
Addie McNett from Belmont and Tenley Backup.
Absolutely.
From Mineral Point.
So, yes, I mean, so they've all, both teams have played together. They played against each other. They are deeply rooted with both of these communities. For the Belmont Braves, when you have 5, 6 players that are batting over 400,
right,
it's going to be really hard to say all of them are going to have a bad day.
Right.
You know, you may have 2 or 3 of them that do an offer, but all 4 or 5 of them, you're not going to see that. The couple are going to break through, and I feel that Belmont will be able to get by in just going to be a pitcher's duel, but a 2-1 game, and I think it will come down to the final at bats in the 7th inning.
Well, I'm not going to make a prediction. The Belmont kids are already mad at me as it is. But
nobody gets mad at you, Gary.
Oh, my God.
You never say anything controversial.
They wanted to stump me on the fist bump this morning. They're like, oh, no.
Oh, all
but
right.
I talked them into it. But anyway, on the Almond Bancroft side, one thing I can tell you about this team you may not know, after coming up just short last year, this team has been laser focused in getting back and finishing the job. And here's the thing with the Almond Bancroft team. You've got 6 seniors on this team that want to close out their career the right way.
Yes.
And I think watch out for Maya Dernbach, their leadoff hitter. She is an unbelievable athlete, an unbelievable hitter. Watch out for Sophia Chapa, the catcher. I think Sophia might be, if not the best, certainly one of the best catchers in the entire field of the state tournament this year. The one question is going to be who gets the nod on the circle. Raya Ceballos has been battling back injuries for a few weeks now, so don't know what her status is. But here's the good news. Even if she doesn't go, which she may go today, but even if she doesn't, Lexi Carlton has filled in wonderfully. They've really just become a 1A and a 1B. And Lexi's a lefty. Raya's a righty, so maybe even see them both in a change of pace types. Well,
honestly, you're right. Why not change of pace? Because maybe, again, you keep batters confused, which you're already dealing with 60-plus mile-per-hour fastballs, and then the slow down to 40-mile-per-hour drop balls. Now you get it from a different side, different vantage point, left and right. You almost have to utilize those weapons against a team that you want to beat, especially in a rematch. This is kind of reminding me of the Barneveld Assumption vibes from girls basketball. Remember those 4 years, Barneveld and Assumption played each other, in back-to-back years. They both won 2. This is giving me that same vibe where, again, if Almond Bancroft wins, it wouldn't surprise me because they're out for, I can't say revenge, they're out for redemption.
Finish business. That's what they're trying. They're trying to finish the job.
Finish business. Yep. And then the Belmont Braves. Again, you look at it starts with the coaching staff. Jeff Hodgson, he's able to motivate these young ladies more than more than most coaches. But look for Lexi Rickers to be the breakout on the offensive side.
Good catcher.
She not just a good catcher, but just a phenomenal athlete, and she knows how to call games. So that's my pick to click for the Belmont Braves. I'm jumping you here.
No, you're good. You're good.
But Lexi Rickers, I think personally, is going to be the pick to click for the Belmont Braves. Just cause, it's fun.
My pick to click, there's Coach Yankee right there.
Oh, there you go.
My pick to click for Almond Bancroft has to be Maya Dernbach, and I'll tell you why. Other than she's an amazing athlete, a phenomenal player, when they played Assumption in the sectional semifinals, in the 6th inning, she was in center field. They were down 1. And she started crying on the field, saying, "Is this it?
Yeah.
Is this the end?" And then she put herself together, came in, had one of the game-winning hits, and carried her team on and forward. She is a kid that does not allow her team to lose. They've only lost 1 game this year. That was the Marathon. I saw a Marathon here this week. So I mean, this is not the same game as last year. Other thing to keep in mind with Almond Bancroft, watch them on the bases. They've become an incredibly good base running team.
Yep.
They run the bases. To me, it reminds me a lot of those Kaukauna teams during that 4-year run. They are outstanding at running the bases. High mental IQ, high softball IQ on the field. I think that makes a big difference today. I don't know who's going to win. I don't even know who I think is going to win because I mean, this is going to sound like a cop-out, but I really believe this could go either way.
Yeah.
And I think it depends. I think it depends on who's going to pitch today for Almond Bancroft and how effective they are at slowing down this juggernaut offense. of Belmont.
And Gary, you know, I had to get running for our other broadcast, and I'm actually on both broadcasts for Belmont and for Mineral Point. But I think here's where I'm going to talk about as well, and that is you are going to see the elite of the elite.
For sure.
You know, you're going to see a lot of great pitching. Great hitters are going to look pedestrian, and it's going to be phenomenal defense. The first team to make that error is probably the team that falters today.
You may very well be right about that, sir.
Because there's such a fine line, especially in the game of girls softball, from winning and losing. And usually it could just be maybe just a double clutch on a throw to first on a routine on a bunt down the third base line. It could be something just as simple as that to give just that sliver of light for the other team to get that one run that is so vital. And also the team that scores first, I think, will be the team that will have the advantage. Gary, thank you so much for what you do for girls sports. It's always for the girls with you. It's been so much fun watching you over the last couple of days. Everything you do for girls sports, celebrating 50 years of it. And the next 50 are going to be so much brighter because of what you've been able, the light you've been able to shine on girls sports, that it is something needed. And thank you so much, Gary. And I'll let you talk here to everybody here.
Good luck today. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for your mentorship as well. John's been a big mentor to me over the years.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. We'll be right back. You're watching Whip Around and Find Out. We've talked this to death. We've arrived. It's Championship Saturday. 5 games, 5 gold balls, and the ultimate, the pinnacle of softball in our state. Softball has never been stronger, never been more popular, and we still have a long ways to go to make it where we want it to be. But we're going to have big crowds today. We're going to have great weather, and we're going to have some amazing games. Enjoy them all. I know they're on TV today. If you think about it, put them on your TV, mute it, turn us on. We've been covering these teams all year. Nobody knows them better than we do. We'll bring you all the inside scoop. Thank you guys for everything. I love our fans. You guys are the absolute best. Have a great day. We are W7. We are for the girls.